one more time. Zach Neto leading off and playing shortstop. Mike Trout is in center field batting second. Trouty coming in 234, 18 homers, 39 RBIs. Nolan Shonwell is playing first base tonight and batting third. Let me mention that Nolan Shonwell is batting .353 since June the 21st. 30 for 85 with 4 doubles, a homer, and 7 RBIs. And that .353 average for Nolan Shonwell.
1-0, cracked to deep center field. Varsho going back as far as he can go! And Langoliers has a grand slam! 6-2 A's. Shea's third home run of the series is a grand slam. And they have blown this game wide open.
And in grand fashion.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second. Diving to his left, one pitch and another one pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. 5th home run of the year comes off Nola here in the 7th. It's 2-0 Mets. His second blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike 3 called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
Batting .226, 4 for his last 25. And Daniel Susac out of the University of Arizona. The rookie finds himself batting .261 so far on the season. Now, as far as my key to the game is concerned, and by the way, keys to the game, always brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, California Chevy sales leader. When it comes to the key to the game tonight, it's real simple. Grayson Rodriguez has been struggling out there. This year has been a mixed bag for him, no question about it. His last outing, 4 innings, giving up 6 earned runs on 7 hits against the Tigers. Gave up that 3-run home run to Spencer Torkelson in the very first inning. The Angels went on to lose that one by a final of 7-0. The key to the game tonight brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet, California Chevy sales leader. Grayson Rodriguez staying in the game, giving us some length. Give us 6 innings tonight and keep the Angels in the ball game and give this Angel offense a chance to get the job done later on in the game. So I'm saying some length and command from Grayson Rodriguez. That's my key to the game, brought to you by Rotolo Chevrolet. Game number 104 of the year. Halos 17-34 on the road. They come in with a record of 41-62. The deadline is right around the corner. You got a lot of these Angel players out here probably playing to, stay in an Angel uniform. We've heard all the rumors. Reed Detmers, Jose Soriano, Zach Neto's name is being thrown around. I even heard the possibility of the Angels moving Mike Trout, but I don't see that happening. I've heard Ryan Zefferson, who, by the way, if you're a team out there, why wouldn't you want Ryan Zefferson? Since June the 1st, a 1.27 ERA. He's been really good. More of Angels pregame coming up. Angel fans, watch select Angel games this season for free on Fox 11 and KCOP Channel 13. No subscription needed. Just Angels baseball on Fox 11 and KCOP Channel 13. Check your local listings for game times or visit angels.com/watch for the full schedule.
Get ready, Orange County. It's game time. Your hometown Los Angeles Angels are bringing the heat, and Villa Ford of Orange is proud to be part of every big moment. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd, feel the excitement all season long. Now's the perfect time to rally behind the Angels and upgrade your drive. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. And let's go Angels. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange.
Let's get nutty with Hampton Farms. There's nothing like the roar of the crowd, the thrill of the play, and the satisfying crack of fresh in-shell peanuts. From the first pitch to the last inning, Hampton Farms peanuts keep your energy high and your taste buds happy. Check out our lineup: salted, Cajun hot nuts, unsalted, and MLB licensed bags. Find us in the concession stands or the produce section of your local grocery store. Get nutty and go Angels!
At Angel Stadium, every detail matters, from the first pitch to the final out. Behind the scenes, ABM is proud to support the Los Angeles.
Gathers himself and he gets Benj on a nice play by Bryson Stott over there at second, diving to his left. One pitch and another one pitch out.
Dead center field into the batter's eye for Francisco Alvarez. A solo home run gives the Mets a 1-0 lead.
1-2, swing and a miss. He struck him out. Ball in the dirt for Devin Williams. His 14th save this season and the 100th save of his major league career.
Beatty has left the yard. Fifth home run of the year comes off Nola here in the seventh. It's 2-0 Mets. His second blast of the night, and back-to-back homers make it 3-0 New York.
Strike three called. Phillies lose the challenge. Christian Scott has struck out 7 Phillies through 5 scoreless innings, and he and the Mets take a 1-0 lead into the 6th.
Can we recognize the athleticism of the elite security down there?
Unbelievable. I give him a 10 down. You're good.
Yeah. Look at
I
that.
mean, come on, Joe Ryan.
It's all part of the experience.
This is an experience tonight.
Oh, look out. In between the legs of Jose Altuve, almost clipped his buddy in the on-deck circle.
Hey, that'll wake you up.
And Fortes is able to hang on to the foul tip.
Fortes getting a little help from the love handle there.
Sometimes baseball can play hard to get.
Man, that's tough luck.
Look at that thing. I mean, that is at least a silver medal.
He airmailed this would be the understatement of the year.
Trying to get him a third home run and 10 RBIs.
Kind of stumbling and a bumbling and couldn't hold on.
EK made an awesome catch. You would have been so proud.
DOMO having a laugh over there. Ortiz went flying into that bag.
Funny things happened on the way to the All-Star break.
But other times, it's like a match made in heaven.
Well-balanced, alert teamwork.
Chevrolet. They're big enough to deal, small enough to care.
From Southern California's top teams to front row concerts, Hollywood shows, and World Cup thrills, Sports Illustrated Tickets brings it all to you. Same seats, better prices. Skip the lines and get your tickets instantly, online or on the app. Don't miss your chance to be part of the action this summer. Visit sitickets.com today. Sports Illustrated Tickets. Be there for every game, every show, every unforgettable moment.
On your way to Angel Stadium? Come hungry, Halos fans, because nothing says a ball game like Tostitos branded nachos served throughout Angel Stadium and at all Classic Hits locations. And for those classic ballpark snacks, grab your Cracker Jacks or your favorite single-serve chips like Doritos, Cheetos, Fritos, Lay's, and Sun Chips. From first pitch to final bites, Frito-Lay's snacks fuel your game day cravings. So get in, get loud, and get your game day favorites at Angel Stadium.
Join Angels legends Bobby Valentine and Clyde Wright live at the ballpark before the Angels take the field on July 27th. Merck, Women Heart, and the Angels are teaming up for Playing with Heart, an educational program raising awareness about bad cholesterol and the risks of heart attack or stroke. Learn more about Playing with Heart and why it's important to talk to your doctor about your bad cholesterol number. Visit playingwithheart.com for more information.
Angels baseball starts right now here on Angels Radio, AM 830, KLAA.
Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Angels baseball is on the air on Angels Radio and on the AM 830 radio app.
Here's the delivery that's lifted in the air into right field. Diving and making a catch on that one is Soler. He's up on his feet. Has a real big smile going there. He's 3-2, and Trout swings at that one, and he drives the ball deep out there in the left center field. It is Trout here. That one lands in the Angels bullpen. Mike Trout right there with a 3-run homer. Here's the next one. Neto swings at this ball. This is lifted high. It's hit deep out in the center, and it's out of here. It's out of here. It's a walk-off 2-run homer. And the Angels have won this ball game tonight here at the Big A.
Angels baseball is brought to you by Foundation Building Materials, Coca-Cola, Pachanga Resort Casino, and Memorial Care.
Angels baseball is on the air tonight from Oracle Park in San Francisco. The Angels get ready to face the San Francisco Giants. Hi, everybody. Terry Smith along with Mark Langston. Our producer-engineer on this Friday is Jorge Sevilla, and we welcome you on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app. Angels in San Francisco for just the weekend series, and then it'll be back to the Big A where the Angels will be opening up a homestand. Astros and the Brewers will be coming to town, but we'll see how the Angels fare as they get ready for the first of 3 tonight at Oracle Park. The Angels had the day off yesterday, as did the Giants. They were off yesterday as well. Halos come into the action tonight, a season record of 41-62. Angels are currently 10.5 games behind first place Texas in the AL West. Seattle's just a half game back, and the Astros are 2 out of first in the AL West. As far as the Giants in the National League West, they are currently in 4th place, and they are 42-60, and they are 22.5 games behind the Dodgers, who are running away with things in that National League West. It's a cool night, as it usually is this time of year in San Francisco. Temperature right now around 63 degrees. They do have some sunshine. It's visible out there in right center field. And we'll see how the Angels and the Giants do in this weekend series as they get ready to square off against each other for the first time this season. All time in the series, the Giants have a record of 28-20 lifetime against the Angels, and these two teams will always be linked as far as what happened when they squared off against each other in the 2002 season. The Angels won the World Series that year as they captured their first and only World Series title. Angels winning that World Series in a...
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back. Bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the Ultimate Mystery Player Challenge, and Immaculate Grip, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
There's a kid who caught the ball. What, was the kid got his lawyer on the phone?
He's on the phone with his agent. Hey, I need to negotiate something right here.
Yeah, don't go low.
Yeah, hey, you got to go for the top and then we'll negotiate down.
You know, usually the home team always is on the field first, but for some reason Travis Mazzano forgot. Look at the guys getting him. He's like, oh man.
The Bowers began to do the crab walk like he was in PE in first grade.
Don't see that often.
Is this 1-1-1-3 on the putout? That's a new one.
A lot of fans and collectors will look at the T206 set as the more famous of the sets that were produced in the early part of the 20th century. And certainly they would carry more financial value. But when you talk to collectors, some will tell you that these T205s are actually more physically attractive. They're maybe the most physically attractive cards produced prior to World War II.
How does one of baseball's most celebrated plays connect to one of baseball's most notorious curses? Through a cross-country move, an earthquake, and the Men of Steel? Find out on Hall of Fame Connections.
It was a defensive play so iconic that we simply call it the catch.
This is the glove Willie Mays had when he made.
Angels fans, New Era Cap is proud to be the official cap of your Los Angeles Angels. Be sure to stop by the team store at Angel Stadium to pick up your New Era Authentic Collection Angels cap today. Remember, you can always visit us at neweracap.com to shop our latest selections, including our limited editions and exclusive drops. New Era Cap, the official on-field cap of Major League Baseball.
Celebrate every win with Don Julio Reposado, our authentic barrel-aged tequila with smoky notes and a rich, smooth finish. Made it with love from Mexico to Southern California. Salud.
Tune in to watch your Angels all season long. If you have a cable or satellite TV package, head over to ABTV, presented
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Here's Jackson, the last time at bat in Reggie Jackson's career.
I would compare my career to a farmer. It rained when you wanted, sunshine when you wanted to. And when you loaded up your truck, the prices were at an all-time high.
Broken bat up the middle, base hit Reggie Jackson.
On the way home with a pocket full of money, you'd be smiling.
Oppo Taco.
I'm going to guess it's an opposite field, upper deck, maybe something like a...
Yeah, home run to the opposite field.
Yeah.
You got it.
This is a good one, a hack.
Guzman and batting ninth behind the plate, Tyler Heidemann. On the mound for the Halos, 3-3 record, 8.23 ERA, right-hander Grayson Rodriguez. The Giants' starting lineup tonight will look like this. Leading off, second baseman Luis Arraez. Batting second in left field, Elliot Ramos. Hitting third, designated hitter Bryce Eldridge. In the cleanup spot, first baseman Rafael Devers. Batting fifth, third baseman Casey Schmidt. Hitting sixth in right field, Jung-Hoo Lee. Batting seventh, the shortstop Willie Adames. Hitting eighth in center field, Drew Gilbert. And batting ninth behind the plate, Daniel Susak. On the mound for the Giants, 5-7 record, 3.87 ERA, right-hander Logan Webb. As we get closer to the first pitch and all the action tonight at Oracle Park, downtown San Francisco, here's my partner, Terry Smith.
Well, thank you, Mark, and good evening, everyone. As we get ready for Angels baseball, Logan Webb has just about wrapped up his warm-up tosses. Let's quickly run down the umpires for tonight's game. Calling balls and strikes tonight will be Edwin Moscoso, and he has been hit or miss in the past as far as balls and strikes. First base umpire Nick Lentz, second base umpire Hunter Wendelstedt, and the crew chief is Vic Carapaza. He's the umpire at third. We are ready for baseball on this Friday night. Here's the first pitch, and that one on Zach Neto. It's a little bit inside. We're underway, and the count's 1 ball, no strikes. 339 down the left field side, 391 to dead center. But it's a little bit deeper in parts of left center and right center. It's not a symmetrical outfield at all. It's an area in left center where it's 399. In the gap, it's 354. There's also an area in right center they call Triples Alley, where it's 415 as Neto fouls that one off on the third base side, and the count's 2-1 on the Angels shortstop. Down the right field line, though, you do have to elevate the baseball. That wall is 24 feet high, but it's just 309 down in that right field corner. In the gap in right center, it's 365. So it's 2-1 on Neto. And here's Webb's next pitch, and that's fouled back. 2-2 is the count. Time and temperature. It is presented by Mountain Mike's Pizza. Pizza the way it should be. And at game time tonight, 64 degrees, and the first pitch was right on time tonight at 7:15. Giants starting time's a little bit later than most teams.
Yeah.
Here's the 2-2, and Neto chases that one and fouls that pitch back. So the count on Zach Neto, 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Yeah, Logan Webb is not going to blow you away with velocity. He's got a ton of movement on that sinking fastball that he throws. Great sweeper and one of the better changeups in baseball.
Here's the next delivery, and Neto golfing that one. Hits it a long way out in right center field. That's over the head of the right fielder, Lee. It's going to take a bounce. That's in that triples alley there, and headed for third, and sliding in with a triple is Zach Neto. So sure enough, he picked the right spot to get that one over the head of the right fielder who was in pursuit. And Neto has his third triple of the season. Angels have a runner in scoring position for Mike Trout.
Yeah, as you were describing the ballpark, that's exactly right. It gets by the outfielder, certainly in right center. That's going to be a triple every time. Zach Neto perfectly placed. This was a changeup, too. He went down and got it, went the other way. First hit of the game is presented by 714 Tickets. Buy, sell, and enjoy the best seats. Download the app or visit 714tickets.com.
So here's Trout at the plate. He has had some pretty good success in his career against the San Francisco Giants, but not in limited at-bats against Webb. Here's the 0-1, and that's a little bit outside. It misses. This is the top of the first inning, just underway, no score. It's being presented by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Test drive a new Hyundai today. Trout hitting .350 in his career against San Francisco. Chases and misses that pitch, so it's now 1-2 on the Angels center fielder. Mike Trout's had 3 career at-bats against Webb, 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts, and he's in the hole right now, 1-2. Here's the next pitch, and that's a little check swing, and it's a roller on the first base side. That ball's staying fair, and it's fielded there by Webb, and he goes to first and gets Trout, and Neto did not break down that third base side.
It's the check swing that fools Neto, but all he has to do is just follow the baseball. Why not try to run? If it's a foul ball, it's a foul ball, but Neto just holds his ground. He could have walked home. There's no way the play was ever going to come to home plate.
Yeah,
it's a check swing, and you see the ball headed up the first base line. Just start running home, and if the umpire calls it foul, you go back to third. That is a missed opportunity.
No doubt. And at the plate now for the Angels is Shotwell, and he takes the first pitch, and that one misses for a ball. Neto never got more than 10 feet past the third base bag.
Yeah.
And that ball was fielded almost halfway up the first base line.
Yep, there would have been no play.
Here's the next pitch, and that one is tapped foul. Just been numerous times this season when the Angels just have not played real good fundamental baseball.
Yeah, that's a no-brainer. You are looking to score, and certainly the infield is pulled in, but that little check swing, as soon as you see a check swing, it's almost like the safety squeeze.
Yeah.
And no matter if you field it or not, you will not have a play at the plate.
Here's the 1-1, and that's fouled off by Shotwell on the third base side. So it's 1-2. Shotwell's hitting .280. He's had hits in 4 of his last 5 games, 9 of his last 11 games. He's had a very good month of July.
Yeah, .373 here in the month of July. And the first 3 pitches to Shotwell in this at-bat, all changeups.
Here's the next delivery, and that ball, that's ripped into right field, and that's going to drive in Neto. So an RBI single Shonowell stays hot. He drives in the Angels' first run tonight. Halos up 1-0, and Soler the next batter.
Yeah, big mistake by Logan Webb. 3 straight changeups, and then he thinks he can come up and in on Shonowell, who is so good in that zone. Not many hitters are, but Shonowell so quick, pulls his hands in, able to get this ball through that drawn-in infield. Angels put a run on the board here quickly.
So Soler is the batter. He's just 2 for his last 23. His average has dropped to 205, and he takes that one for a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
We talked about the great month of July for Shonowell. It's been the opposite for Jorge Soler, just 154 with no home runs here in July.
Here's the pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. Soler, who began his major league career in 2014, one of his stops 10 years later in 2024 was with the Giants. Played in 93 games for them that season. He also spent time with the Atlanta Braves that year. Here's the 1-1, and that's a called strike at the knees on the inside part of the plate. It's 1-2. Soler, besides the 2 for 23, just 6 for his last 41. There goes Shonowell. Here's the pitch, and that one is taken for a ball, and Shonowell's going to get a stolen base right there. He was on the move, and that is his first of the season.
Well, you can run on Logan Webb. That's the 14th stolen base he's allowed this year, and Shonowell had a huge jump.
And he was going to steal that base no matter what, because the catcher, Daniel Susak, never even threw to second base. He was set to throw and decided he was in no way, shape, or form going to get him out with the throw, so he just held on to the baseball. There's a pitch low. And Susak, who's behind the plate, he was a late addition to their starting lineup tonight. Their scheduled starting catcher this evening, Drew Kavanaugh, was scratched because of an illness. And there's a 3-2 delivery, a changeup chased and missed, and Soler goes down swinging. So that's the second out. Juan Grissom will be the next batter.
That stolen base by Nolan Shonowell is presented by Don Julio Tequila.
Grissom hits in 5 of his last 6 games. He's hitting .251. A hit here could mean a run. Webb is ready. 20 pitches so far in the top of the first. And the next one, this is grounded on the left side, stopped by the third baseman, and the throw by Casey Schmidt, who's had a very nice season for the Giants, and he can play anywhere.
While we're still in Philly for the All-Star Game, let's take a look around Citizens Bank Park. Home of the Philadelphia Phillies, the bank opened its doors in 2004. Just beyond center field, Ashburn Alley serves as a history lesson for baseball in Philadelphia. There's also games for kids. And tons of great restaurants. You can come to Philly and not have a Philly cheesesteak, or try a Sanchez slider, the Schwarbomb sundae, and come on, Bull's barbecue. I mean, delicious. And once you've got your hands on some grub, quickly find your seat. You don't want to miss a thing.
Up the middle, and the American League cashes in.
Oh, God.
Wow, that ball is absolutely destroyed by Miguel Vargas. And the American League has pitched the first shutout in the All-Star Game in 13 years.
It's been a treat, Philly. See you next time.
Did you hear my daughter Katie got Camper of the Week?
That's a big deal.
We got a big deal too, right, Mom?
Honey, shh.
What's that?
Okay, that Hyundai Santa Fe, I only paid Nice. Deal so right, it almost feels wrong. The Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Get 0% APR plus 0 payments for 90 days or $3,000 customer cash on the Santa Fe or Santa Fe Hybrid. See your SoCal Hyundai dealer. Proud partner of the Los Angeles Angels. Offers end August 3rd. Call 714-568-7676 for details.
First inning on the hill for the Angels is Grayson Rodriguez. His first pitch on Luis Arraez. And he was taking it for a ball. Here's the 1-0. Arraez swings at this one. Lifts a high fly ball that's carrying deep down that right side. Tight to the line, but it is foul. It's just 309 there, but you have a very tall wall. Goes 24 feet high, so you have to elevate to celebrate.
Yeah, and it's tough. Usually the wind blows in, but it's blowing to right field here. And Luis Arraez is not a big power guy, but he got a fastball that on that inside part of the plate and just jumped it quickly. That's the problem that Grayson Rodriguez had his last start. He made a ton of mistakes on the middle of the plate.
Here's the pitch, and that one caught the inside part of the plate. Arraez, an all-star this season. He's second in the National League with a .320 batting average. But he has been a little bit cool of late, just 3 for his last 23. But this guy can really hit. And here's the pitch. And that's a pitch that misses, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I think the most impressive stat for Luis Arraez is in 424 plate appearances, he has struck out 18 times.
Yeah. And he got a piece of that one, fouling it off on the third base side out of players. Only 5 hitters in the National League who are hitting above 300, and only 2 in the entire American League. And of the 5 in the National League hitting 300 or better, 2 of them are with the Giants, including Arraez in the pitch. And that's a little bloop. It's going to fall into center field. So sure enough, he starts off the game for San Francisco with a single. And Elliot Ramos, their left fielder, will be the next batter.
I had my pom-poms out all winter trying to get Luis Arraez. I'm just a fan of, he's just the ultimate contact guy. And this is a fastball, and it's up, and he just, some of the best eye-hand coordination on the planet.
Ramos is hitting .268. Right-handed batter, swings at that one, grounds it to third. This should be a double play. Second for 1, relay to first. It is. And just like that, 2 are gone. No one on base. And the rookie Bryce Eldridge will be the next batter.
Denzer Guzman back in the Angels lineup over at third base tonight. Had a couple games off in that last series, and that ball finds him quickly. Got rid of it quickly, and once you get it to the second baseman quickly, that allows him to take his time and make sure he makes a good throw, and Vaughn Grissom does that.
Eldridge, who is DHing, just 21 years old, is hitting .265. Angels have their gray tops and bottoms with the red numerals and lettering. The only different look for the Angels tonight on the road, the fact that the Angels are wearing the caps that the club originally wore way back in the early 60s. And those have the interlocking LA logo, and those hats have the white halo on top.
Yeah, classic.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Giants have orange tops, white pants, and there's one that's fouled off over on the right side. That's going to get back and out of play. So the count, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Angels have a 1-0 lead.
Tyler Heineman behind the plate tonight, and I love the targets that he gives.
Here's the next pitch, and that's a curveball that's taken for a ball. Eldridge, who's batting first-round pick of the Giants back in 2023, 16th player overall in that draft, and he's a big guy. He goes 6'7", 240 pounds. And he takes that one inside for a ball. He was all over the Giants minor league system last year. This Bryce Eldridge did have a little bit of time with the Giants last year as well.
That last pitch, a good fastball from Grayson Rodriguez, 97. Seen him top out this year at 99. His fastball's been good as far as velocity is concerned. It is the location of the fastball.
Next pitch, and he tried to pick at that outside corner and missed with that changeup. So that'll be a 2-out walk. So they've had 2 of their first 3 batters reach base safely, but there are 2 outs with only 1 on base. And now Rafael Devers, their first baseman cleanup batter, will be the next hitter.
Yep, 2 outs have been an issue for Grayson Rodriguez this season. Hitters are hitting .407 against him with 2 outs.
Here's the first pitch on Devers. That's a fastball high and away. This bottom of the first, Angels up 1-0. It's presented by Foundation Building Materials, the official jersey partner of Angels baseball. Here's the pitch, and that is outside, so it's now 2-0. Devers, 20 homers, 53 driven in. He's hitting .242. Came over to the Giants around this time a year ago, trading deadline deal.
And his name is floating around again at this trading deadline.
Yes. Of course, when the Giants acquired him, they also picked up that big contract that he had signed with the Red Sox, his former club. He lifts this one in the air down the left field side, down in the left field corner. That one is out by the wall, and that ball sneaks over the wall. That's a home run to the opposite field. A 2-run homer off the bat of Devers, number 21 of the season, and now the Giants are on top here in the bottom of the first. They're up 2-1.
Such a dangerous hitter, power pole to pole. We see it right there. This fastball's on the outside part of the plate. Devers goes after it, and it's almost, his reaction was he almost didn't know where this baseball was. He keeps his head down on it, drives it, and all of a sudden he quickly looks up and says, wow, that ball's going to carry. And certainly down the lines, it's favorable in a pitcher-friendly ballpark.
At the plate now is Casey Schmidt. That one's in there. That pitch that Devers hit out, that was right in his wheelhouse. Yep. And he hammered that one, hit it 102 miles per hour. Here's one lifted into right, not too deep, coming in under, making the catch on that one will be Adele, and that's how the inning will end. But a pair of 2-out runs, the
From about 1905 to 1925 or so, teams actually issued cardigans as part of their team uniform. In that era, knitwear was actually having a heyday in sports. Think of ski sweaters or Argyle sweater vests on the Gulf Green. And baseball decided to jump on the bandwagon and create cardigans.
To see all this excitement around what I love to do growing up, it's crazy.
What's your favorite thing about this whole event so far?
The fusion of sports, entertainment, and cards. Because to me, cards have always been entertainment, and they're getting their just dessert now.
At Angels Stadium on Friday, July the 31st. The first 25,000 fans in attendance will receive a unique SpongeBob Angels jersey. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Angels down 2-1. We begin the second inning at Oracle Park in San Francisco. And the first pitch, that one is fouled off on the right side. When we got underway, 63 degrees. You do see most of the fans, though, they have on windbreakers or jackets or sweaters. And, of course, San Francisco, known as the quote from Mark Twain many moons ago, pointed out the coldest winter he ever spent was a summer in San Francisco.
And that is the truth.
2-1 is the count.
I grew up in the Bay Area, and we'd go to games to watch the Giants at the old Candlestick Park. And it was, you could go to a day game. The guy in front of you is in the sun, and he's just sweating. Yeah. You're in the seat right behind him in the shade, and you have a full parka on.
2-2 the count. As Meckler digs in, he's hitting .311. And here's the next pitch, and he takes a called third strike. It was elevated a little bit on the outside part of the plate. Strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Logan Webb.
Well, the Angels put a run on the board in the top of the first. If you're going to get to Logan Webb, you better do it early. First 2 innings ERA right at just over 6, and he's allowed 6 home runs in the first 2 innings. 3rd through the 8th, ERA 2.95. So he just dialed in after the first 2 innings.
Joe Adell's the batter. He's taking the pitch, and that one's in there for a called strike. Adell just 4 for his last 34. Season average 241, 15 homers, club high 57 driven in. 0-1. And he swings at it and chops it on the third base side. It's gloved there by Schmidt. His throw is in time, and that'll be the second out. 2 up, 2 down. Denzer Guzman, who's back in the starting lineup, will be the next batter. This top of the second, Giants are up 2-1. And the top of the second presented tonight by Hyatt Vacation Club. Enjoy a 4-day, 3-night resort getaway from 6 beautiful locations. Just call 866-440-8783 to learn more. Here's the pitch from Webb. And that's a little bit inside and low. 1-0 the count. Guzman just 1 for his last 11. He had sat out the past couple of games in the recent homestand. And there's one that's fouled off over on the first base side. Didn't see much action except for one of those 3 games the Angels had to wrap things up in the homestand. That series against the Cardinals. 2-1 is the count.
Yeah, look at last 6 games, just 1 for 11. It's had a good month of July, though. 319 in the month of July.
Here's the next pitch. That's right in there for a called strike.
And sometimes it's good for a young player to just take a couple of games, just sit and watch. Clears your head.
2-2 pitch, and that's a little bit high. Full count, it's 3-2. Webb coming into the ball game. This is his 18th start. He's only walked a total of 27 batters last year, threw over 200 innings once again. Here's a little grounder that's hit to the shortstop. Damas has it, and the throw is going to be in.
That one is looped and caught by Volpe. Nice play by Volpe for out number 2.
Soft dribbler, Rojas, hand play, trips as he throws, still got him at first. Wow!
Diving shot by Manzardo. Good feed to Cantello, and he beat him to the bag.
Isaac Collins puts on the cape. He's going to throw toward the plate. Runner is going, and here's the play at the plate, and he is out. Gunned down by Billy Cook. And a line drive, caught by Terang. Takes a hit away from Sanoa.
Up the middle and speared by Royce. Robbing Swanson. Positioned perfectly and testing the hamstring as well.
Driving catch. Love
silky. A great job by Chad to stay with this ball. This ball was hammered.
Stab, Karras, out at first. This is just a fantastic play from Kyle.
KG, what a great stat. Gather it cleanly here for the first out. Kuroda Growler has been outstanding defensively.
Sometimes artifacts in the collection of the Hall of Fame can tell multiple stories. This is the earliest known Yankees baseball cap in existence. It tells a story of a very early baseball cap and of a guy who just had a cup of coffee in the big leagues. But there's actually a hidden story inside this cap. There's another name written in the cap. So who's Dolan?
Riverside County locations or online at sdccu.com/donate. Federally insured by NCUA.
You hear that? That's the sound of peace of mind during the Mazda More to Move You sales event. Discover why Mazda is recognized by IIHS for safety. Visit Tustin Mazda and Oneida Beach Mazda today. Buy better, drive better.
Bottom of the second we go. Giants batting, and they lead this ball game 2-1. First batter up for San Francisco is Jung-Hoo Lee, and the next pitch, and that one there he was taking for ball two. It's 2 balls, no strikes. Lee is 5th in the National League in batting average. He's hitting .302, and that's a pitch that is called a ball. This is going to be really close.
Pitch is called a ball.
He might have got that in the strike zone by less than an inch, and it did get in there. There you go.
Really nice job by Tyler Heidemann. That was a two-seamer that was working its way back to that outside corner.
So it's 2 balls and 1 strike. Call was overturned by that challenge. Here's a little blooper into shallow center, and Neto goes back and makes a nice running over the shoulder grab in very shallow left center field. He had Trout coming in towards him, and luckily those two didn't collide, and Neto made the call and catch, and that's the first out. Lee retired.
Yeah, Neto got a fantastic jump on this ball. I don't think Trout's going to be able to get to it, so Neto had his hand out waving, and full speed ends up pulling that one down. That challenge on Lee, that ABS challenge is powered by T-Mobile.
There's a pitch a little bit low. This is Willie Adames. It's been quiet here in the month of July. He's hitting just .207, 2 for his last 13. His season average .227, and he takes that pitch for a called strike. 1-1. Here's the next pitch. Little bouncer fouled off over on the third base side. So the count's 1 ball, 2 strikes. Adames had a 30-homer season last year, which is very productive for a shortstop. He's hit 18 this year and swings at that one and fouls that one off on the right side. Now in the infield, the Angels have Shonowell at first, Grissom at second, Guzman at third, Neto at short. Across the outfield, Meckler, who was property of the Giants a year ago. He's the Angels left fielder. Trout's in center, Adell's in right, Heineman catching, Soler DHing, and Grayson Rodriguez pitching. Here's the next pitch. 1-2, misses high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bottom of the second inning. It's being brought to you tonight by Coors Light. Coors Light, choose chill. And on the 2-2 pitch, that's a slider. It was elevated, and it's chased and missed. And down on strikes goes Willie Adames. That's out number 2. First strikeout in the ball game for Rodriguez.
First strikeout by an Angels pitcher, presented by Circle K.
Drew Gilbert is the batter. And the pitch. That's taken for a called strike. Gave him a first pitch curveball. When the Angels bat in the top of the third, trailing at the moment 2-1. The Angels will have Heineman, the 9-hole hitter, then Neto and Trout will follow. Next pitch, and that's in there for a strike on Gilbert. 0-2 the count. Gilbert's just 2 for his last 18. He's hitting .226. Grayson Rodriguez eyes the target of Heineman. Here's the pitch. That's low.
Second time Tyler Heidemann has caught Grayson Rodriguez.
One ball, 2 strikes. The delivery. That's a shot that's going to drop a few feet in front of Trout in center field for a 2-out hit. That's how they got things going last inning when they eventually had the 2-out, 2-run homer from Devers.
And this is off the end of the bat. It's not a bad pitch. This is down and away, and just a off the end of the bat little blooper finds some grass in center field.
So the batter now is the catcher, Daniel Susak. Spent time earlier this season in AAA, just 8 games there, and got the promotion. He was hitting .464 in AAA earlier this year. Giants have some other National League teams carrying 3 catchers. We saw the Cardinals do that recently, and who else? The Tigers did that.
Right, back-to-back series.
Yeah, we've had 3 straight teams now carrying 3 catchers on the roster. Counts 1-1. Here's the delivery. That one misses low. Angels are probably going to have to make some decisions as far as their catching position here, I would think, certainly by next week, because there's a very good chance that the Angels are going to have to decide what's going to happen when Travis d'Arnaud rejoins the club. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled off. d'Arnaud has been playing on a rehab assignment at AAA Salt Lake.
And with that plantar fasciitis, they have to make 100% sure that there is no issues with that.
He's played in 4 games so far during his rehab assignment. Could very well be in the lineup again tonight for them, for Salt Lake. 2-2. Little bouncing ball on the third base side. That's hugging the line, and then it eventually rolls foul about halfway up the third base side.
Really nice job by Heidemann. As soon as he sees this ball goes foul, he takes his glove and just swipes it away towards the Giants' dugout down the third base line. You can't take any chances. That hits a pebble and kicks back into fair territory.
So the count is 2-2. This copyrighted broadcast presented tonight by Authority of Angels Baseball may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. The accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of Angels Baseball. 2-1 Giants, bottom of the second. Here's the pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate. Angels playing tonight at Oracle Park, which opened up in the year 2000. It's had several different names over the years, and the pitch, and that's fouled off on the right side, backing out of play. Back when the Angels and Giants squared off in the World Series in 2002, it was named as Packville Park.
Right.
And it was, I think, AT&T Park. Here's the next pitch, and that one misses low.
You can see Tyler Heidemann is trying to get him comfortable with his secondary pitches, the slider and the curveball.
Full count. Here's the 3-2, and he swings at it and fouls it off over on the first base side, and that one is caught by Shonowell.
He caught it off the net.
All right, they're not going to give him the catch on that one. He tried his best there.
Tried to sell it.
Nick got a smirk going now.
Nick Lentz, the first base umpire, was standing right next to him and said, no, that hit the net. Next
so it's still a full count.
Next pitch could be a 10th pitch in this at-bat.
And the 45th already in the game for Rodriguez, and it's fouled off on the right side.
Yeah, one thing with Grayson Rodriguez, that fastball, we talked about the velocity is there, but location is critical for him. It is straight as a string. His fastball does not have any movement at all. So he's got to locate that very well, and that's the one he made the mistake to Rafael Devers' fastball that catches a lot of the middle of the plate.
Here's the 3-2 again, and it's fouled off again. Well, at the rate Rodriguez is going, he's going to be lucky to go 5 full innings, and he's been shy of that in numerous starts so far this season. Had 4 starts out of his 8 where he hasn't gone 5 full innings. Here's the 3-2 once again, and this one it's lifted in the air, but it's out there near Meckler in left center, and he'll make the catch on it just a couple feet from the rim of the track. And
on the mound for the Marlins, it is Yuri Perez. The 22-year-old won't turn 23 until April 15th, and last season had a 4.25 ERA. Those numbers are very deceiving because he had a really strong finish. Perez has got him 0-2. See ya.
That's the old good morning, good afternoon, and good night, and all on heaters. When you got it going, stay with it.
3-2 right there, called strike 3.
The four-seamer, which he'll throw probably over 50% of the time.
Nobody on, 2 out. The 2-2 pitch from Perez to Rumfield. Called strike 3. Look at the emotion from Yuri Perez in his season debut. Yuri got him with a fastball. He gets the approval of Sandy Alcantara. 7 innings for Perez.
Yeah, and it's really amazing when you say he's still just 22 years old.
We play in Toronto. Guerrero sends over some good stuff for the guys, so when we play in Toronto, I definitely dive into that.
You gotta be careful with Vladdy, bro, because a Dominican breakfast will put you to sleep, bro. ¿Cómo está sonando la comida dominicana ya?
La comida dominicana ya no sé cómo está sonando, porque obviamente mi esposa me cocina. O sea, hay restaurantes, pero no voy a comer comida latina.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas y jerseys autografiados, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores. Visita auctions.mlb.com.
The 12th, when the Angels take on the Rangers, the first 23,000 fans in attendance will receive a one-of-a-kind limited-release D23 Mickey Mouse bobblehead. Plus, a limited number of unique golden Mickeys will be randomly distributed. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Top of the third we go. Giants have 2 runs on 3 hits. The Angels 1 run, 2 hits. And Tyler Heineman, the Angels catcher this evening, is the batter, and he tries to bunt his way on and fouls off that bunt try over near the Giants' third base dugout. 0-1 is the count. Heineman hitting just 175.
Yeah, nice attempt there by Heidemann, and that will bring Schmidt in at third base. He was playing back. And you take a peek, see where they're defending you.
Next pitch, and he swings at this one and lifts it in the air into very shallow left center, and the shortstop Adames was maybe 6, 7 feet back on the outfield grass to make the catch on that pop-up. So 1 away. Zach Neto will bat. And Neto tripled to start off the ball game, and then a couple batters later, Shotwell brought him in the top of the first.
Really nice at bat for Neto. Neto had a good series against St. Louis, 4 for 12 in that series.
Here's the pitch, and that's a shot by the mound, but it's stopped behind second there by Arise. Nice play, and he will throw out Neto. So 2 quick outs. Mike Trout will be the next batter this top of the third. Angels down 2-1. It's being presented by Modelo, the mark of a fighter. Must be 21 and over. Please drink responsibly. Trout bounced one back to the pitcher Webb, his first time up on the first base side. And the first pitch, Trout taking that one for a ball. Gave him a sweeper there. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, this is a missed opportunity for Logan Webb. He could have thrown right down the middle of the plate. No chance Trout was going to swing at it.
And there's one that he's taking, and that's a changeup in there for a strike. 1-1.
When a pitcher gets 2 outs on 3 pitches, you have to take a pitch just to give your starting pitcher a chance to catch his breath.
1-1 delivery. And that's a pitch outside. Cut fastball. Logan Webb named to his 3rd National League All-Star team this month. And the pitch, and that's taken by Trout, a sinker. It's now 3 balls and 1 strike. Trout coming into the game 3rd in the American League in picking up walks. He's been able to get the count to 3-1 here. And the next pitch, and that is outside. He's going to get a walk on that one. Mike Trout is on. Angels have a 2-out base runner for Shotwell.
Yeah, Logan Webb, pitcher of the month in the month of June, went 3-1, a .71 ERA in his 5 starts. July, totally different story. 0-2 here in July with a 8.10 ERA in his 3 July starts.
Here's the pitch on Shotwell. He takes that one a little bit low.
And we talked about it. Shotwell's picked up his first stolen base of the season. Webb is a guy you can run on. 14 stolen bases against him.
A little bouncer that's fouled off over on the first base side.
Trout has 8 bags this year.
Mike Trout has not been caught stealing this season. Counts 1-1 on Shotwell. The next delivery, and he went after a pitch that was a little bit low. He chops it foul back behind the plate. Shotwell, part of the power of the lineup, presented by Just Ingredients, real food, better health. Let's pause for station identification on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
AM 830, KLAA, Orange County, Los Angeles, and Inland Empire.
Here's the 1-2. Shotwell bounces it right back to Webb, the pitcher. The underhanded flip to first base, and the inning is over. So the Angels are retired here in the top of the third.
Jackson Merrill leading it off. Fly ball, center field, struck well. Harris looking up, it is back, it is gone. Jackson Merrill into the water. Padres tied up 1-1. Merrill connects on his 14th home run of the year.
We got a floater. The ball's crushed.
Staying in the zone, good things happen for Jackson.
449 feet into the fountain in the batter's eye.
Do you believe in miracles?
The first thing people realize is the history of Montgomery, and that history is real. So while that history is in the past, it also helps us move forward in a positive way.
Just like a lot of other of the 120 minor league teams, the baseball is not what we do, right? The Tampa Bay Rays do a phenomenal job of sending amazing athletes here, and we let them handle the baseball, and we handle everything outside the line.
Te encantan los jugadores. Te encanta el juego.
¡Y se fue!
Ahora puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bates, bolas, jerseys autografiados y más, con artículos de tus equipos de grandes ligas favoritos, leyendas y jugadores agregados toda la temporada. Cada artículo es autenticado por MLB para asegurar que lo que llega directamente a tu hogar es original. ¿Quieres una parte del juego? Visita auctions.mlb.com.
552132138. Visit Prevnar20.com or talk to your doctor or pharmacist.
I'm on Prevnar20.com now, scheduling my appointment.
Good idea.
To bet, we go to the bottom of the third inning, and here's the first pitch. That's a little bit high. Around the AL West, the other clubs in the division have all completed their games. Texas beat Seattle tonight in Arlington 5-4. So that gives the Rangers now a 1.5 lead on Seattle. Houston beat the White Sox in Chicago 9-5. So the Astros are still 2 games back. Here's the pitch. Fly ball hit the straightaway center. Trout waiting, and 3-4 feet from the rim of the track, he'll gather that one in. That'll be the first out. A rise set down on that fly out, and Elliot Ramos will be the next batter. Also tonight, the A's, who haven't been winning very many lately, they've had a really rough month of July. They did shut out the Twins in Minneapolis tonight, 2-0. The A's have won just 2 of their last 10 going into that game tonight. Here's the 1-0 pitch on Ramos. Swing and a miss. Good slider. 1-1 is the count. Bottom of the third. Giants 2 runs, 3 hits. Angels a run on 2 hits. The bottom of the third. Presented by OG's Pizza. And there's a swing and a miss. 1-2.
Yeah, Grayson Rodriguez this season has really relied on the fastball changeup. And slider looks better tonight.
1-2 pitch, and he elevates that fastball there and gets a strikeout on Ramos. He went after that high inside pitch. That strikeout number 2 in the ball game for Grayson Rodriguez. Couple of quick outs here, and he can use them. His pitch count has been elevated, at least through the first 2 innings. And now Bryce Eldridge, who walked and scored his first time up, will be the next batter. First pitch on the big left-handed hitter. He takes that one, and it misses ball 1. Here's the 1-0. Swing and a miss. Good changeup right there. 1 ball, 1 strike. We get to the 4th inning. The Angels will have Soler, Grissom, and Meckler against Webb. And the pitch, Eldridge lifts one high in the air. It's hit pretty well out into left center field, and that ball's going to take a bounce on the warning track and hop over the wall for a ground rule double. It was just out of the reach of Trout, who was in pursuit out there on the track, and that ball hit the warning track and took a high bounce and went over the wall.
This ball perfectly placed. Trout trying to get to it, cannot get to it. Just comes up short. And another 2-out hit given up by Grayson Rodriguez.
So here is Devers at the plate with a runner in scoring position. Rodriguez has had a little bit of trouble here in the early going with 2 outs. He's allowed someone to reach in every inning after the second out occurred. Two balls, no strikes, the count. Wind picking up a bit at Oracle Park. Have a good-sized crowd on hand tonight. Here's the pitch, and that's a Pitch that's taken, and that's ball one. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
The Angels intentionally walked Devers. Smart move there to get to the right-hander Schmidt.
So runners at first and second, and there's one that's fouled back by Casey Schmidt. Jung-Hoo Lee would be up next. Two runners on, 2 outs, 2-1 Giants, bottom of the third. The pitch, and this is lifted high in the air. This ball's well hit. It's tight to the line down that left side, and that one is gone. Boy, oh boy, another 2-out homer. This one with a couple runners on base. That's a 3-run shot. And now the Giants are on top in this ball game, 5-1.
This fastball's on the inner third. A really good at-bat by Schmidt to pull his hands in. A lot of times it's tough to keep this ball fair. If that barrel gets out a little bit, you're going to hook it foul. But this fastball's in, and he just pulls his hands right to his waist and just rotates around, able to keep this ball fair. Giants up 5-1.
So Jung-Hoo Lee is the batter. He swings at the first pitch, fouls that one off.
Now, this one's not in the middle of the plate. It is up, but it's on the inner third, maybe inside corner. Really good at bat.
Here's the pitch. Ground ball by the mound. Out near second. It's stopped by Neto. His throw is in time to first. The inning is over. Not before more 2-out damage. All 5 of their runs.
What in the world happened to Mike Sims?
Looks like he's hurting a little bit.
It really does.
Something inside the batting helmet.
Look at that.
Maybe he got a Q-tip stuck in there or something.
He is obviously in a little bit of pain.
It
was a bug. It looked like it was a pretty good sized.
It was a moth,
varmint,
too.
Look at this.
It's a live moth.
Wow, we've seen it all now.
The people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah.
They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Your group of 20 or more. Tickets start at just $7 per seat when you visit angels.com/groups. Call 714-4ANGELS or visit angels.com today.
Angels batting and trailing as we begin inning number 4 at the plate. Chasing and missing the first pitch from Webb is Soler, so he's down 0-1. It's 5-1 San Francisco. Here's the next one on Soler. He takes that's a little bit low. First time up tonight. Soler, a strikeout victim. He came into the ball game tonight 10th in the American League in striking out. Here's the pitch. And a cut and a miss at that sinker. So it's now 1-2. This top of the fourth. It's being brought to you by Kettle One Vodka, smooth tasting and made to cocktail.
Soler, a ton of at-bats against Logan Webb.
Next pitch takes that one high and away.
Came into the game hitting just 118 against him, 2 for 17. Home run, couple of RBIs.
Right-hander against right-hander. Here's the next pitch, and he waves and misses that changeup. That was just about in the dirt. So that's the first out in the strikeout department. That's number 3 for Webb.
And that's just knowing you have a guy that's going to swing and just try to get it out of the strike zone on that changeup, and Soler out in front.
There's a pitch right in there for a called strike. Webb is hoping to have a 4th straight season reaching 200 innings or more.
Going to be pretty tough for him.
Yep. He did miss some time earlier this season and then had the stretch where he was ineffective, so he wasn't going that deep in some games. But he's the only major league player with 200 or more innings pitched in each of the past 3 seasons. Only one in the majors.
That is crazy.
Yeah. Here's the next pitch, and that's low.
Oh, how times have changed.
Yes. He had led the National League in starts each of the last 2 years. 34 starts for him last year. The pitch, and that's chopped foul. And the count's holding. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And he'd come into this season not having missed a start in 4 years, but he has missed a start or 2 so far this season. Angels are trailing at 5-1. We're in the top of the 4th. Angels had a first inning run, but the Giants came back with 2 in the bottom of the 1st, and they've led ever since. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that is a swing and a miss, elevated fastball, 92 miles per hour, and it gets Grissom swinging. So he is a strikeout victim, back-to-back strikeouts now here in the inning, and the batter will be Meckler, who took a called 3rd strike his first time up. The Giants coming into this game, they have not been playing very well at all. In fact, they came into tonight's game having dropped their last 5 in a row. They've won only 4 of their last 10. They're 11-17 in their last 28, and they're 3 games under 500 at home this year. Here's the pitch. That's a pitch that's a little bit outside. With that said, they have been a little bit better of late at home. They've gone 9-5 in their last 14 home games, and they have a 4-run lead at home here in this one in the 4th. The pitch. That caught the inside corner on Meckler. Sinker, and the count's 2 balls and a strike. These 2 teams will have back-to-back day games to wrap up this series. First pitch tomorrow at 1:05. And also a 1:05 start on Sunday. Here's the next delivery. A little chopper that's hit on the right side. It's fielded by Webb, the pitcher. He hustled off the mound, flips it over to the first baseman, Devers, and they get Meckler. And
the people are welcoming, they're loving, they're caring. So if you're looking for a familial feel, definitely Asheville.
It's Asheville. That's all you got to say.
Yeah. They're excited to be back and back on their feet, so it's been awesome to see the rebuild.
Winning or losing, like everybody's there having a good time rooting us on. So I've always enjoyed that the whole year.
You play here at the tourist park and you feel like you're back in the old days playing real baseball.
Nestled right into the mountains there.
That's right on a cliff.
Gorman popped up the first pitch he saw in the 6th inning, so his second trip to the plate. Full count. Swing and a drive. That's a mammoth shot for Gorman. A long home run over the bullpen. Ted Williams always said, get a good pitch to hit. When you do, don't miss it. Nolan didn't.
94-mile-an-hour fastball by Englert and a deep drive, 443-foot shot by Nolan.
To be on a card is really humbling, but also to be able to create cards. Never in my wildest dreams would I have imagined that this opportunity would come to me. But I always say, like, if you stay ready, you don't have to get ready. I was ready for this moment to be able to create these cards to the best of my abilities and to do this project justice. And so I'm super proud to be creating cards. You know, if you asked me when I was playing in 2017 or 18 if that was going to be a thing, couldn't have imagined.
More than just legal help. Let their family help yours, because family never settles for less.
Past results do not guarantee future performance. Located in Orange County, California.
Sunny afternoons and baseball? That's a perfect match, just like Kettle One and cocktails. Kick back, soak up the action, and sip on an ice-cold Kettle One vodka cocktail. Kettle One, made to cocktail, and proud partner of Angels Baseball.
We get ready to go to the bottom of the fourth inning. It's 5-1 San Francisco. At the plate and taking the first pitch is Damas there, and that one popped off the mid of Heineman. It's a ball. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Next delivery, and that's fouled back out of play.
Grayson Rodriguez has allowed 2 two-out home runs, both on fastballs this year. That's the 6th home run he's allowed with his fastball, and opponents are hitting .329 against his fastball.
Counts 1-2 on Willy Adames. And the next pitch, he swings at that one and fouls it back. San Francisco 5 runs on 5 hits. The Angels a run on 2 hits. This bottom of the fourth, it's being brought to you by JAE Electronics, technology to inspire innovation. And here's the 1-2. Just a little bit low.
That's a really good slider right there.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. That's low again. So the slider misses. It's a full count. We'll have this date in Angels history in just a moment. It's brought to you by Sports Illustrated Tickets. Every game, every show, every moment. Get your tickets at SITickets.com. 3-2 payoff pitch. That's grounded foul. And right at the end of the Giants dugout, it lands.
That was another slider, and this one was not a good one. This one spins right in the middle of the plate.
This will be pitch 72 of the evening for Rodriguez, and it's a chase and a miss. Got him on a slider. Struck him out. So Adames down twice tonight on swinging strikeouts.
I got him the first time on a slider, and he went right back to it again. 4 straight sliders. The last one perfectly placed right on that outside corner. It just works its way off.
Drew Gilbert, a left-handed batter, is the hitter now with 1 out. No one on. The pitch outside for ball 1. This date in Angels history, we're looking back not all that long ago, 6 years ago today, July the 24th, 2020. That's fouled back behind home. The Angels played their latest opening day ball game in franchise history on this date 6 years ago. Of course, that was the abbreviated COVID season, just a 60-day season. The Angels dropped their season opener back in 2020, and well, a game that ended up going 10 innings, and that was in Oakland. The Angels dropped that game 7-3. There were no fans in the stands. The pitch, that's lined into right center. That's going to fall in for a hit. Gilbert has his second straight single. And a one-out base runner, and the 9-hole hitter, Daniel Susak, will be the next batter.
And once again, it's a fastball catches too much of the plate, and Grayson Rodriguez is going to have to figure this out. And it is difficult. Again, Grayson Rodriguez missing 2 years, trying to fine-tune yourself at the major league level is difficult.
Here's the pitch, and that's a pitch right there that's taken for ball one. Rodriguez made his first appearance with the Angels back on the 17th of May. And that was also the first time he had pitched going back to July the 31st of the 2024 season. Here's the pitch, and this is hit high in the air, foul down the left side. That's going to push back about 10 rows or so back to the seats and out of play.
Now this is another fastball in that they are clearing quickly. Anything on the inner third, the Giants have been very aggressive. So when you see that outside part of the plate is where you got to start working.
Here's the delivery, and he jams Susak there, and he fouls that one back. Susak had a long at bat his first time up.
Brent Suter getting loose in the Angels bullpen. 79 pitches already for Grayson Rodriguez here in the fourth.
Rodriguez, a pitcher who's had arm, shoulder, and back issues in the past. And the next pitch, and that's a ground ball that's hit to second. The flip over to second base is in time, and the relay to first is in time, and the Angels turn to double play. It was hit right near the second base bag. Neto fielded it. He elected to flip it over to Grissom, and then his relay in time to get Susak, the catcher, running to first base. So that'll go down as a 6-4.
Max Muncy with his third go-ahead homer of the road trip. 229th as a Dodger. Moving past Ron Say.
Welcome back, Max Fried. 7 strikeouts in 5 scoreless economical innings.
What a huge lift for the Yankees to see him come back and do that.
He's done it again.
Just about every time you need him to come up big, he does.
The 34 home runs makes Jordan the major league leader, one more than Kyle Schwarber.
And this incredible magic carpet ride continues. The Red Sox win their 15th in a row to tie the all-time franchise record.
That ball's gone. 317. Salvador Perez ties George Brett for the most home runs in franchise history.
All your favorite games from MLB Play are back, bigger, bolder, and better than ever. Test your skills with daily puzzles like MLB Pickle, the ultimate mystery player challenge, and Immaculate Grid, where stats and strategy collide. Then in Spinball, build your roster, take on your friends, and compete for the weekly prize. Or be the first to beat the streak and hit your way to the $5.6 million jackpot. Plus, the all-new Daily Walk-Off. Lock in your players by category for the walk-off win. The game's official home for games is MLB Play. Only on the MLB app and MLB.com.
Stay to enjoy a post-game Saturday night fireworks show driven by your SoCal Hyundai dealers. Visit angels.com/promotions for more.
We get ready to go to the top of the fifth. Giants have a 5-1 lead. Top of the fifth inning presented by your Southern California Toyota dealers. Here's the pitch on first batter up for the Angels here in the fifth inning. Joe Adell, he takes that one. A first pitch changeup for a called strike. Here's the next pitch, and that's low and away. Webb has had a stretch tonight where he's retired 7 in a row. He's set down the last 4 in a row coming into this inning. He's retired 11 of the last 12 overall. And there's a swing and a miss by Joe Adell, and he's down 1 ball, 2 strikes.
Yeah, his last pitch, another good changeup, and it has so much movement to it. Comes in at 83 miles an hour. Talked about his fastball, sits 92, 94.
There's a pitch a little bit high. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Well, looks like a packed house tonight at Oracle Park.
Here's the next delivery, and that's a little bit outside. The Giants were a real tough ticket, you might recall, at one time. That was during the 20-teens, and they had their streak of 530 straight sellouts end in July of 2017. The last 6 years, they've drawn under 3 million every season, and that's without any competition anymore in the Bay Area.
Yeah.
With the A's having left the Bay Area and playing another season this year in Sacramento, and they have at least 1 more to go there. Here's the pitch. That's a liner that's going to fall into left center field, and that's going to be a base hit on a 3-2 pitch off the bat of Joe Adell. So he's on with the leadoff single. It's the Angels' 4th hit in the ballgame. And with a runner on, Denzer Guzman will be the next batter.
Yeah, good to see this also. This is another changeup. It's located well down and away, but Joe just stays on it, keeps his hands back, able to get that. And Joe, after coming off a really good series against St. Louis where he was 4 for 10, a couple of home runs and 4 RBIs, checks in here tonight.
There's a pitch on its way. That's a little bit low. Mentioning Bay Area baseball and referencing the A's a moment ago, the A's added a new minority owner today. And he's had some past ownership experience in sports, but not in baseball, but now he will. And that's Mark Cuban, the former owner of the Dallas Mavericks. And, of course, some people might know him a little bit more as the former member of the Shark Tank. Here's the pitch, and there's a ground ball through on the third base side. That's going to be a base hit for Guzman. So the Angels have a couple on first and second. Shark Tank might be on now. I think it comes on Friday nights. So, yeah, Mark Cuban, and part of the minority ownership group that went in with the A's current ownership group. That Mark Cuban group also includes the owner of the Atlanta Falcons of the NFL. This little bouncer, it's fouled off on the right side.
Well, with the A's going to move to Vegas, you could just see people lining up for it. And we were talking before the game, and it looks like their new stadium's going to hold, right around 35,000, 36,000?
Yeah, in that range. Yeah. Under 40,000 for sure.
So that'll be a tougher ticket to get.
Yeah. Here's the next pitch, and this is hit in the air. This ball's hit well out into right center. It's over the head of the center fielder. It's going to take a bounce and hit off the wall near the 415 sign. Angels are going to get a couple of runs, and that one was out there in that triples alley, and that's a triple there for the Angels. And the Angels get a couple runs on the board right there and cut the lead to 5-3.
This is a changeup, and Tyler Heidemann just puts a charge in this one, and once again, perfectly located. Talked about that. Anything that gets into that gap in right center field is going to be a triple. Heinemann's not a guy that runs real well, and that's a stand-up triple for him.
Angels, that's his first one of the season.
Angels cut into the Giants' lead. Giants still lead this game 5-3, but now Angels have a runner at third and nobody out.
The catcher Susak goes out there to have a meeting with Logan Webb.
The first 25,000 fans on Wednesday, July 29th against the Astros will receive a City Connect beach towel courtesy of Tempe Tourism. Visit angels.com/promotions.
So here's Zach Neto, who has scored one of the Angel runs. He's the tying run at the plate. He's had the other Angel triple in this game. In fact, led off the game with one. And the first pitch on Neto, that's in there for a called strike. Heineman, who just got the 2-run triple, he was in a 3 for 19 at the plate when he stepped up and just got that triple. Here's Neto holding up on a pitch, and that's going to even up the count. It's 1-1. Zach Neto is our player to watch, presented by Kettle One Vodka. Here's the pitch. That's outside.
Yeah, the Giants with the infield back will concede the run for an out here. So this is just all this calls for. Make sure you put the ball in play.
And time was just called by the home plate umpire, Edwin Moscoso. Neto backing out of the box. Mentioned earlier tonight, the Angels wearing their original style caps tonight. The interlocking LA logo. And then the halo on the top of the caps. The Angels also have that same look on their batting helmets as well. The white halo on the top of the helmets. And that's all part of Hall of Fame weekend. Newest class inducted on Sunday, I believe, in Cooperstown. And Neto on that 3-1 is going to take that one, and that's ball 4. So first and third, still no outs.
Good at bat for Neto. Webb was trying to get him to chase. Neto, he looks at the strikeout numbers and go, all right, this guy's is going to be up there swinging. Kept trying to get him to chase pitches on that outside part of the plate. Neto does not bite. Oh, golden opportunity for Mike Trout. And you mentioned it earlier. Mike Trout, 16 career games against the Giants, a .350 average, 7 home runs in his career against the Giants, and that's the Trout Tracker presented by State Farm.
Pitching coach Justin Message just went out, and he had a message for Logan Webb. And we'll see how it all plays out here. Trout has a walk, and he's bounced one to the pitcher, Logan Webb.
Trout hitting just .167 this year with the bases loaded.
Here's the pitch, and that's a pitch right there that misses.
In his career with the bases loaded, different story, .376.
Here's the pitch on its way, and that's a shot into left field, and it's caught. A running catch by Ramos out there on the warning track. Able to tag and come in and score on that one will be Heineman, so that cuts the lead to 5-4. But, boy, that saved the Giants a lot of problems right there. That was a really good running catch. It'll go down as a sac fly, and Ramos was fully extended out there, making that grab on the track.
Yeah, he saved a game-tying double if this gets by him. Full extension by Ramos, able to track it down.
So just a runner at first now. That sac fly, the first out in the inning. Shotwell is the batter. He's driven in a run. Angels with 3 runs on the board here in the inning. A 5-4 San Francisco lead in the 5th. Pickoff toss over to first. Diving back to the bag is the base runner. That's Neto. He leads the Angels with 13 stolen bases this year, but he has been caught 9 times.
We talked about it. You can run on Webb.
Here's the pitch. That's outside. 2 balls and no strikes. Webb's next pitch, and that's right in there on Shotwell. 2-1 is the count.
Well, he has given Shotwell a steady diet of changeups tonight.
Here's the next pitch, and that's a little bit low. Webb an all-star each of the last 3 seasons. Prior to that, he had never been an all-star, even though he had 15. So Logan Webb, the starter, is gone, and he is replaced by fellow right-hander Dylan Smith. This is his 18th appearance, 3.00 ERA. There's a hot smash off the bat of Denzer Guzman, but foul over on the third base side. So the count's even. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Numbers on Webb. He went 6 innings, gave up 6 hits, 4 runs. They were earned. Ended up walking 2, struck out 4 through 99 pitches, 61 for strikes. Counts 1-2 here on Guzman. Dylan Smith with the 1-2 pitch, and that's a good sweeper right there. Chased and missed, struck him out. That was low and away, 1 gone.
Yep, and that is a good one. Teams are hitting just 120 against that sweeper. That one starts middle of the plate and works its way all the way off the outside corner. Join us for SpongeBob Night on Friday, July 31st. The first 25,000 fans in attendance will receive a SpongeBob Angels jersey. For details, visit angels.com/promotions.
Batter now is Tyler Heineman, and he has a big hit for the Angels in this game. A 2-run triple his last time up in the 5th. Takes that pitch, and that's in there for a called strike. One and one is the count. Smith is ready, and the 1-1 pitch. A little bit low with that fastball. Dylan Smith, a 26-year-old right-hander from Stafford, Texas. The 2-1 inside. And the count is now 3 balls and 1 strike. Smith was pitching in AAA earlier this season. And he was a pitcher who was acquired from the Detroit Tigers back near the end of March. Next delivery, and that's a pitch there that's going to miss, and that's a 1-out walk to Heineman, who's now on base for the 2nd time. He's batted tonight. Top of the batting order for the Angels, Zach Neto, with the tying run on at first base, 1 out. Neto's been on base twice, triple and a walk, and he takes that one for a called strike, 0-1.
Neto entered the game 297 here in July. Things are definitely turning around for Zach Neto.
Here's the delivery, and that's a pitch that's low and away. Neto's name has been linked in various trade rumors as we're getting closer to the trading deadline. That's going to be on Monday, August the 3rd, so they still have more than a week to go before the deadline clicks in.
And that can mess with your head. I'm telling you, I went through it. And it can, if you start listening to all the rumors, you're like, wow, they're going to trade me to here or here or here.
Yep. There's a lot of noise going on right now that's attached to Zach Neto's name.
And, you know, once again, same situation with Reed Detmers and Jose Soriano. You better be blown away by a lot.
There's a pitch chased and missed. The fastball gets Neto swinging. That was elevated at 95. And Neto is out number 2. Both outs in this inning coming on strikeouts.
6th strikeout in the game for Giants pitching.
Batter now will be Trout. He's had a walk. He's had a sac fly. That was his last time up. He's also grounded out. 2 outs. Runner on at first. Trout takes ball 1.
Angels more action in the bullpen. Kirby Yates and Chase Silseth both playing catch down there.
Kind of get the feeling with double right-handers warming up that Yates would come in if the Angels are trailing going into the bottom of the inning, and Silseth would come in if the Angels took the lead here in the 7th inning, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah.
1-2. Trout just fouled a pitch off on the right side of home plate.
Yeah, when you see 2 right-handers, you're exactly right. One's coming in for if the game's tied or you take the lead. The one is coming in if you're down by 1. Not sure which one is going to come in based on how the Angels finish this 6th, 7th inning.
Yep. There's one high on Trout. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Smith with the next pitch, and Trout swings at it, and he threw it by him, struck him out. That was a fastball, 96 miles per hour.
The MLB app. Yeah, it's got game. This game. These games. All the games. Pre-game, post-game, and everything in between. This is baseball your way. With real-time stats, scores, breaking news, and custom content that hits every time. Because you choose the teams and pick the players you want to follow. So when they catch it on the field, you catch it on the app.
Leadoff double for Vinny, and here's Salvador Perez. Salvi hits it high in the air, deep right center field. That ball's gone! 317! Salvador Perez ties George Brett for the most home runs in franchise history.
317 home runs for Salvador Perez, tied with George Brett for the Royals' all-time record. He is 1 home run away from owning the all-time record.
And a call, strike 3. Change up right down the chute.
Watch his bite on this ball. Whee! Right at the bottom of the zone.
Swing and a miss. 4 strikeouts for Sanchez.
Well, that changeup rears its ugly head again, this time to Haggerty, and see how far out in front he was of that one.
Swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Sanchez. He's mixing in all his pitches, and he picks up another K.
Ford of Orange is proud to be part of every big moment. From the crack of the bat to the roar of the crowd, feel the excitement all season long. Now's the perfect time to rally behind the Angels and upgrade your drive. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange. And let's go Angels. Step up to the plate and drive home a winner today at Villa Ford of Orange.
Bottom of the 7th we go, 5-4 Giants. They will be batting when things get going here. And it is Kirby Yates who takes over. So he replaces Fermin, who retired all 3 batters that he faced last inning. And the first pitch, this one on Gilbert, it misses ball 1. It's 1 ball, no strikes. Yates entering the game, ERA 3.57. And that is a chase and a miss. Kirby Yates has pitched better in situations like this than in situations where he's had to come in, try and protect the lead, or when he's come in to try and get a save. Those situations haven't worked out that favorably for him this season.
Yep.
Here's the 1-1, and that's a little bit inside on the batter, Drew Gilbert. He's had a pair of hits tonight, 2 for 2. Here's the next delivery, and that's a pitch that's a little bit high.
Angels trailing by a run, 5-4 here in the bottom of the 7th. You got to try to keep this game right where it is.
Here's the 3-1 pitch that caught the outside corner. That's going to be challenged by Gilbert, but he is definitely going to lose this challenge. That pitch was called a strike. I think it's going to remain a strike.
Yeah, it looks like it catches the outside corner, and it does.
The call is confirmed. San Francisco is out of challenges.
So that's it as far as the challenges for the Giants. They've used up theirs now. Moscoso, the home plate umpire, has been pretty good. Balls and strikes tonight. He doesn't have the greatest reputation as a ball and strike umpire. And there's a 3-2 that misses, and that's going to be a leadoff walk. So Gilbert might have missed on his challenge, but he still gets on base with a walk. And now with the 9-hole hitter stepping up, that'll be Daniel Susek.
7th inning stretch is presented by JMG Security Systems.
And it looks like they're going to pinch run here for Gilbert. Grant McCray is going to be the pinch runner.
And Kirby Yates has allowed 6 stolen bases. We've seen that. He doesn't hold runners on real well.
Susek, the batter, has gone 0 for 2. Batter was around the bunt. Runner breaks for second, and the throw is going to be late, and that's going to be a stolen base. So McCray, the pinch runner, comes in and steals second. Didn't waste any time running.
And just Kirby Yates is so slow to home plate. This throw by Tyler Heineman's a good one, but the jump that he had on Yates, McCray is able to beat this throw easily.
The pitch that McCray was running on was a strike, so it's 0-1 on Susek. And he's around the bunt again and drops one down. Foul just outside the batter's box right there. We're still in the batter's circle, but a foul ball. So the count goes to 0-2. Will he still try and bunt with 2 strikes? The Giants' new manager this season is Tony Vitello, former University of Tennessee head coach. And he replaced Bob Melvin, who was fired after last season by San Francisco. Vitello's in the first year of a 3-year deal. And he has come under some criticism. It's a big jump going from the college game as a head coach to a Major League Baseball manager with no Major League experience at all.
And they've already swapped out their third base coach. And former Halo Gary Pettis is now the third base coach for the Giants. One of the better third base coaches. All those years he was with the Houston Astros.
Yep. Here's the 0-2, and that's a pitch that's a little bit low.
And the Giants have definitely brought the small ball into play. They have 20 sacrifice bunts this year. That's tied for 5th most in the majors.
Buster Posey, former All-Star catcher for the Giants, is in his 2nd year as the team's general manager. Here's a pitch that bounces in. Heineman can't find it. It goes back behind him, and easily advancing over to third base now is going to be McRae.
Yeah, this one, Tyler Heideman's got to make this play here. This is a splitter, and it just hits behind home plate. Goes with the glove, and it hits right off the heel of his glove.
It'll go down as a wild pitch.
That's when he's got to pick, and now the Angels have to bring the infield in.
Nobody out. An add-on run at third. Here's the pitch. This is lifted high in the air. It's hit pretty well. It's going to be plenty deep to get the runner in. Making the catch is Meckler out in left center. Tagging and scoring on the sac fly is McRae. And that's an add-on run for the Giants here in the bottom of the seventh. They lead it 6-4.
Well, you look how this inning started. Started with a leadoff walk, steals second base, goes to third on the wild pitch, and just situational hitting. Plenty deep enough to put that run on the board, but it all started with the leadoff walk here. That's a big run.
Arise is the batter now. And the first pitch, he goes after that one and lifts it in the air down the left side. It's going to stay in play, and making the catch towards the line in medium left field is Meckler. So another put out for him in the inning. Two are gone. And now Elliot Ramos will be the next batter.
Join us on August 12th. The first 23,000 fans will receive a D23 Mickey Mouse bobblehead. Plus, a limited number of golden Mickeys will be randomly handed out. Visit angels.com/promotions.
Here's the pitch. And that one is a pitch a little bit outside for a ball. That next homestand that the Angels will kick off on Monday, and that's with the Astros coming to town. That's going to be the Beach Weekend, or a Beach Week, which will also include a weekend series against Milwaukee. And the Angels will be wearing their City Connect uniforms for all the games for Beach Week that will start this coming Monday. Two and one is the count here on Ramos. A run in, 2 outs, no one on the pitch. That's grounded down to third, gobbled up there by Guzman, and his throw is in time, and that is how the inning will end. But the Giants get a run. Foul down that right side. McRae really turned on that one, but fouls that pitch off, so it's a 2-2 count.
That's another sweeper. Again, the sweepers coming through the zone are flat. And that one caught the inside corner. McRae jumping on it. So I expect a fastball in that outer half here.
Here's the next pitch, and that's fouled off. McRae, who's batting here, mentioned his first time up tonight. And this is only his 4th at bat with the Giants this season, and he has yet to get a hit so far this year with them. Here's the 2-2. Way outside. Full count, 3-2. Now the catcher Heineman wants to go out, have a quick meeting with Zephyr John. He's thrown 16 pitches here in this inning. If we get to the 10th inning, the Angels will have Soler, Grissom, and Meckler batting. And Shotwell would be the base runner placed at second if we can get to the 10th. Meeting at the mound is over. Here's the 3-2 on McRae, and he takes, and it's going to be ball 4. It's challenged by Heineman. He's going to lose this challenge. That pitch was clearly a ball.
Yeah. This one you're really begging, and that one was the sweeper. Yes, at one point it was a strike. By the time it gets to home plate, it's got enough movement to just work off that inside corner.
So McRae waits out the walk to keep the bottom of the ninth going, and he can run. We've already seen him when he came in as the pinch runner in the bottom of the seventh, steals second.
He had some big stolen base numbers down at the minor leagues. 2023, he had 52 bags.
Another little meeting going on. Heineman and Zephyr-John.
And looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here.
This is going to be Drew Kavanaugh, who originally was supposed to be their starting catcher tonight. He was in the 9 hole, and then they took him out of the lineup before first pitch tonight. They said he was not feeling well, but he's feeling well now to bat as a pinch hitter in the bottom of the ninth. He's a left-handed hitter. Toss over to first. It's a bad throw. It goes sailing over Shotwell, and McRae will get the second base. He doesn't even have to slide in. So now the winning run is at second.
It's little things, obviously, in a tight ball game that can really just make you scratch your head. This is just a courtesy check-in throw, and he just overshoots Shotwell, and that's tough to do. This went way over the head of Nolan Shotwell.
So Kavanaugh waits for a pitch. Here's the first one, and that's outside. It misses for a ball. Kavanaugh is one of their 3 catchers. Hitting .237. This is only his 17th game with the Giants. Here's the pitch, and that's when he bounces foul over on the first base side. 1-1 is the count. Angels replay presented by Coca-Cola, refreshment for the Halos. Angels tied up this ball game with 1 out on a 2-run homer by Vaughn Grissom in the 8th. Here's the next pitch, and that one is chopped foul on the first base side, so it's a 1-2 count on Kavanaugh.
All 3 pitches have been the sweeper in this at-bat.
Kavanaugh pinch hitting for Susek. And here's the next pitch. That's a chase and a miss, and he throws it by him. A sweeper struck him out, and that's how the bottom of the ninth will end. We'll head to the 10th inning. This game is up for grabs.
Ewing coming over, diving, and he makes the catch. A psychopathic play for Ewing.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me. He is unbelievable. A spectacular play.
This is that Ellie pterodactyl move.
Michael goes up. He's got it. He always has it.
Good backhand. Suarez long throw.
Got him.
And he makes the catch and hangs on. Not an easy play.
There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. A triple play.
Perfectly done.
On the run, extends and makes the play. Oh, baby.
Robles goes to a slide and he makes the catch.
Oh, what a play by Khalil Watson. Are you kidding me?
And he can scoot, can he? And Laura just snaps it. Marcia charging, dives and makes the grab.
Oh, Alcantara, the Jaguar.
Oh, plenty of ups.
How about that?
Diving play in short by Neto.
Now Chico to the belt. Checks the runners. Belliard trying to hold Ramirez close. And what happened?
A wild pitch. That one goes into the seats. All right, in unison, just a little outside.
Sometimes you come to a baseball game and you see something you've never seen before. I guarantee you will see that again. and again. And again.
Puedes ser el dueño de grandes momentos del béisbol. MLB Auction te permite participar en la subasta de bate.
Yeah, that taste scores every time. And just like that, they're back at it. Passionate fans and an ice cold Coca-Cola. Now that's a winning combo. No matter the team, no matter the sport, everyone knows fan work is thirsty work. Enjoy a Coca-Cola.
New pitcher is a right-hander, Caleb Killian. This is game 42 of the season for him, 4.69 ERA. And the Angels are going to go with a pinch runner as the designated runner at second to start off the inning. It was supposed to be Shadowell, but he doesn't run all that well, so Oswald Peraza is the runner at second, and the batter is Soler, and that first pitch came in, and he moved away from it. That ball came close to hitting him. It's 1 ball, no strikes.
Yeah, breaking ball, first pitch. And almost hits that front left hip. Yeah, good move by putting Peraza out there.
Here's the pitch. That's low and away. It misses for a ball. Shadowell, who was scheduled to be that runner at second, he leaves the game. He was 2 for 5 with a run batted in. Here's the pitch, and that's a chase and a miss. The count's 2-1 on Soler. Soler's had a 1 for 4 night.
Killian's had a rough month of July also, 8.44 here in July.
And again, he's been their closer of late, but they've gone through several closers this season. He was with them since opening day, Caleb Killian.
Yeah, here in the month of July, 0-2 record, 2 saves, but 1 blown save.
2-2 pitch. That's a chase and a miss. Fastball. That one there gets Soler, so he strikes out. And that is the 3rd time that he has done that tonight.
Yeah, not a good at-bat at all by Soler. This last fastball nowhere close to the strike zone. Vaughn Grissom steps to the plate. He's the guy that tied this game up in the 8th inning with that 2-run blast. Hanging breaking ball jumped all over it.
Here's the pitch. And the first one caught the inside corner for a called strike. The Angels this season in extra inning games have played 11 of them, so this is number 12. And the Angels are 4-7 in extra inning games.
Giants are 3-4.
Here's the 0-1. That's a chase and a miss. Boy, that pitch was way outside. That was a fastball at 96, and Killian has Grissom in the hole. It's 0-2. After Grissom, it'll be Meckler. He's gone hitless tonight 4 times up. 0-2 pitch. That's fouled back behind the plate. No balls and 2 strikes.
Well, when you're the visiting team, that runner, you feel like you have to get him in here.
0-2. This is bounced on the third base side. That one is stopped by the third baseman. The throw to first is not in time. And hustling up that line is Grissom, and he's in a little bit of pain as he stumbled running as quickly as he could to first base.
Yeah, I think him and Devers is grimacing also. I think Devers had his foot on the base, and I think Grissom might have tripped over his foot hustling down that first base side. Yep.
That's what happened.
Looked like Devers might have stuck his foot out. Yeah. Stuck his right foot out right when Grissom hit the bag. And I think he was jumping up to catch the baseball at the same time. I don't think he did it on purpose, but he was jumping up to catch that ball. That right foot extended over the middle of the bag, and that's what Grissom hit. Tumbled right over.
So that's going to be a single there for Grissom. But on that play, Peraza, the runner at second, did not advance.
Yeah, Peraza's got to read that. As soon as that throw goes across the diamond, you just read it. There's just no way you can go from throw that ball across the diamond to get him. So the Angels don't advance the runner there.
It'll be an infield hit for Grissom, and the first pitch, it's a chase and a miss by Meckler. Meckler would like nothing more than to do something here against the Giants. He was in their organization, played AAA.
And Meckler this month of July hitting .385. Playing time has been cut down. Nice to see him in the lineup here tonight.
8th round pick of the Giants back in 2022. Here's the 1-1 pitch, and that's fouled back behind the plate. The Angels claimed Meckler off of waivers from the Giants back in January of this year before spring training got underway. Had a number of injury issues when he was in the Giants organization. Hit .315 in their system. And here's the pitch. Swings at this one and lifts it in the air into right center field. It's hanging up. Making the catch on that one is the center fielder McRae. Tagging and being thrown out, trying to get to third base there is going to be Peraza. Wow. And that was a long throw there.
Yeah, the Angels should challenge this. And it looks like they are.
Boy, that was not a shallow throw by any stretch.
No.
And that was a one-hop throw right to Casey Schmidt to gun down Peraza. And if the call on the field, which was out at third, stands, the inning is going to be over.
This challenge is presented by Easton & Easton, and I don't think the Angels are going to win this. Looks like the tag hits him on top of the head before that foot reaches there. The Giants have already left the field.
So we're still waiting for the official announcement. Here it comes. We'll hear from Vic Carapazza.
After review, the call on the field is confirmed. The runner is out. Los Angeles loses the challenge.
So that's how the inning ends on a fly-out double play. We will go to the bottom of the 10th, tied at 6 on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Chris Sale's 10th start of the season was a beauty. He goes 7 innings, giving up just 1 run, and he is in line for his first win against the Marlins.
An outstanding outing tonight by Trey Savage. 6 innings, 2 hits, did not walk a batter, struck out 8, kept the Yankees off the scoreboard.
11 strikeouts from Kyle Harrison.
Matching a career-long outing for Kyle Harrison and a dominant 2-hit shutout for the left-hander. Wow.
Outman over. Outman with the dive! Superman hit-saving play by James Outman.
Ryan drops his glove on the mound and gives James Outman a standing ovation.
First pitch of the game, the pitcher hits it out. A living, breathing statue, Shohei Ohtani.
You just don't dare take your eyes off of him.
He's a walking history book.
It's ridiculous what he does.
Don't miss a moment this season when you stream Angels.tv. Stream the rest of the season within the Angels territory now for $54.99. Watch games at home or on the go and stay connected all year long, subject to national exclusivities. Visit Angels.tv for details.
So we go to the bottom of the 10th inning. 6-6 is the score. Chase Silseth is going to come in to take over on the mound. So Zephyr-John, who worked last inning, Angels have also made a few moves here. Vaughn Grissom has taken over at first base for the Angels when the Angels pinched ran for Shotwell. And Oswald Peraza is now the new second baseman. The batter is Arise, and the first pitch, that one's in there for a called strike.
I cannot believe the Angels do not walk Arise. He's the contact guy. Just put him on first base. His run is meaningless.
Cavanaugh is the runner at second. There's a little bouncing ball. It's going to skip on through. It rolls into left field. Cavanaugh got a late start, but he does get from second to third. That ball was hit so softly right there, 59 miles per hour, but it had a chance to skip on through between Guzman and Neto, and that's exactly what it did.
Where Neto's playing right back up the middle. Tons of space on that left side, and there's just zero reason for Arise to have batted there.
Yeah.
You put him on first base, gives you an opportunity to maybe turn a double play. And you knew he was going to move the runner any way you looked at it, whether it was a base hit or a bunt. Angels infield in.
So here's Ramos, the batter, and here's the pitch. And that one comes in, almost hit him. And on that play, breaking for second base is Arise, so he steals second. Not that it really matters.
Nope.
1 ball, no strikes. Angels are in a really bad spot now in this ball game. 6-6 in the 10th. There's a comebacker. It's fielded there by Silseth. He looks all the runners back to their bases and throws out the batter Ramos at first. Good job by Silseth there. 1 away.
Fantastic job by Silseth. This gets by him. That probably ends the game. He fields it and immediately checks third base. See where the runner is. Wasn't going. Checked at second to see if maybe he could get somebody off at second. Both runners head back to the base. Now 1 out. Angels still infield in. Bryce Eldridge, the hitter.
Left-handed batter. Eldridge has a double and a walk. He scored 2 of their runs. He's officially 1 for 3. 1 out, runners at second and third. 6-6, bottom of the 10th, the pitch. And that is in there for a called strike.
And again, the only reason you don't walk him here, which you probably should walk him, is you don't have confidence in your guy out there to throw strikes.
Here's the next pitch, and that one misses low.
Because if you put him on base, now you have a force at any base. But it comes with the caveat of, can you throw enough strikes to the next hitter, Devers?
Yep. A walk would force in a run with the bases loaded. Here's the 1-1, and that one bounces in. Good stop right there by Heineman. Cavanaugh, who's the winning run at third, he's one of their catchers, so not the fastest guy on the block.
The Angels could bring in another one of the outfielders to play infield here to really try to cut the run down. Outfield is really shallow.
Really shallow. Here's the pitch, and that's right in there for a called strike.
Yeah, the outfield has to come in to where they feel like if they catch a ball in the air in the spot they're at, they can throw it in the air to home plate.
2-2 on Eldridge, the rookie. Here's the pitch, and he swings at that one and lifts it foul on the left side. It's going to get back and out of play.
Oh, I don't like that last call. They wanted to elevate a fastball. That is doing the hitter a favor. Anything up, it's much easier to get the ball in the air to the outfield.
Silseth is ready. Here's the next one. That's outside. Now it's a full count.
Yeah, this you've got to execute a perfect pitch. If you walk him, so be it. This has got to be a swing and miss pitch here.
3-2 the count. Runners at second and third, 1 out. Here's the pitch, and that's grounded foul on the right side.
Went with the sweeper. That one's a good one.
Eldridge, a highly touted player in the Giants organization was up with them briefly for 10 games last season. Didn't hit hardly at all. The pitch, and that's ball 4. It was low and inside. And now a rough situation gets even rougher because the bases are loaded here with 1 out.
And Rafael Devers going to be heading to the plate. Mike Maddox is going to go out and have a chat with everybody. The whole entire infield is there, and Rafael Devers, one of the best fastball hitters in the game. Saw that in the first inning, 96, going the other direction for that 2-run home run to put the Giants up 2-1. Game tied at 6 here in the 10th. Giants threatening, bases loaded, 1 out. And nowhere to put Devers.
Home plate umpire Edwin Moscoso out there to break up the meeting.
Felt like he was just listening to the conversation. He was involved in the meeting almost.
So Seth kind of pacing around back behind the pitching rubber, getting back up on the mound. He's the pitcher of record. Devers is the batter. Here's the pitch, and the first one, it's right in there for a called strike. 0-1 is the count. Rafael Devers tonight, and he is their cleanup batter. He's had 1 hit tonight. That was in the first inning. He had a 2-run homer. He's also been walked intentionally. He's grounded out and struck out. Winning run is at third base. Silseth has to throw strikes. The bases are loaded with 1 out here in the 6-6 game, bottom of the 10th, the pitch. And that is a high fly ball that's going to win the ball game, as that one will bounce on the warning track and hop over the wall for a ground rule double. And it is over tonight here in San Francisco. So the Giants, on that hit right there by Devers, come away with the victory here this evening as they win game 1 of this series. A walk-off victory tonight for the San Francisco Giants. So the Giants will score 2 on that one on the ground rule double. The Giants getting a pair of runs will end up winning this game tonight by the final of 8-6. That's all we have for you at the moment. We do invite you to stay tuned next. The Angels recap will follow on Angels Radio, also available on the Angels Radio app.
Hey Angels fans, are you daydreaming of tropical beaches and world-class spas, culinary adventures, and cultural treasures? Then fly our 5-star airline partner, EVA Air, from Los Angeles to Taipei. Connect from there to most of the rest of Asia with just 1 stop. EVA is a Star Alliance member with flatbed seats in business, extra comforts, and every...
First pitch to Ortiz. Swung on, line towards left, long run for Ewing. He dives and he made the catch.
Ewing went back, and in left field, he's looked terrific.
He shouldn't be sneaking up on anybody, right? I mean, he's an all-star, 10 wins, his ERA below 3. And no matter where the game is played, no matter what lineup he's facing, he does his thing.
Abrams hits one high and deep out to right center. After it is Troy Johnson. Way back it goes and out of here! And he's got 4 in his last 3 games.
Leo Jimenez grabbed it right next to the third base bag. He